If you're new here, subscribe. I'm going to be going over the best settings, best tips, going live, all those things, covering everything Modern Warfare. For button layout, you want to play on tactical flip. Reason being is the bumpers have a faster response time than the triggers. So meaning the threshold is going to be quicker. I play on 7.7 on multiplayer. You want to be able to have a higher sensitivity. That way you can move from target to target because things happen fast pace. A rule of thumb for sensitivity is anything between 7.7 and 9.9 is going to be perfect. Anything above that, you're just getting diminishing return. You're already going to be moving at a quick pace. But also remember, do what's best for you. If you like playing on 2020, do that. And then ADS sensitivity, I leave it at default. This is just going to be the threshold in what you are looking around at. If you feel like you're moving too fast while ADS, just lower it by 5. If you feel too slow, raise it up by 2, and that should be perfect. Tactical sprint in Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a little bit different. Since we can no longer slide cancel, there's no point to resetting our tactical sprint. But I still recommend using it because of the amount of momentum that you get right away. Here's an example. In terms of movement, the meta is still going to be bunny hopping, drop shotting. And then for reload behavior, I use tap to interact. Reason being is I'm keeping that in line for what I'm used in Call of Duty Warzone. All right, get into the grid of the settings now. You want world motion blur and weapon motion blur, both off. Film grain, I left at default. Depth of field, I left off. All that does is when you're ADS on an object, it's going to make the surroundings blurred out. Now, probably the biggest one, most important to consoles, is now there is FOV on here. If you're like me with the jet engine PS4, I suggest starting off at 100 and then just working your way up. If you're on PS4 or PS5, just go straight to 120 and then work your way down to whatever is comfortable. On Warzone, I play on 110. You want your field of view anywhere from 100 to 120. That way you can just see as much as possible. For third person, I just left it at default. I'm probably not going to play a third person. I'm just going to be honest. Headphone bass boost is what feels best for me. I do use an Astro AMAX. And then here's my audio settings. I did master volume 100, music all the way low. For dialogue, I put it at 50. I do want to hear if there's an enemy UAV, but I don't want to overshadow it and everything else. Onto interface, I left most of his default besides color customization. Tripanopia, I think, looks the best. Like, it just makes colors a little bit more vibrant. Then I turned neutral into yellow, and I made my enemies beat red. Everything else I left default. Map rotation on, you want all that stuff on. All these I would just leave on. Remember, a few things might change before the actual full launch of the game, so I will make an updated settings video when Modern Warfare 2 officially launches. Anyways, if you're new here, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1K, and it means the world to me. Peace.